Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here, Stock Markets with Bruce. I was just having some fun here. You'll notice here, just as I get started, welcome to the show this afternoon. We're coming in for the last hour of the day. Your Uncle Bruce, and we'll do the first hour of the afternoon as well. You'll notice. Let me mute that. I just wanted to give you a heads up. If you're watching the chat before I go on the air, and a lot of you do chat to each other and all that, which is cool. Some of you join the channel as members, which, great. Some of you send me donations, and a couple of these came right through here from the God Pill. The first one came in. Hey, Unky Bruce, I hear interesting things about how diamonds and apes trust your wisdom, but also how you don't have a horse in the race. I'm looking for exposure, but I'm also the most bullish you have met, and my conviction is strong for GameStop and AMC, and I would be interested with another $100 donation in hearing your position on my positions and strategy for the great squeeze everyone is preparing for. I was blessed and fortunate to turn $10,000 into $1 million on February 24, 25 when the GameStop went up 150% in my options. But now I have been live streaming 8 hours a day trying to share, which is really cool. So I looked him up, and while I was doing that, he came in with another comment. He sent me another donation saying, my new debut card does not like Google Pay. I can super chat, but I can't afford to join. Laughing out loud. So for some reason he can't. He wanted to join the group. He couldn't join the group because the pay system wasn't working. He was able to send me a chat. It's the stupidest thing. I don't understand. I know some of you are having trouble joining me live. You want to become a member of this channel. You want to be part of this, and you can't do it. And so I reply to you. Send me private emails, and I reply to you saying try to go on Windows on your phone and use a laptop perhaps. And there's a ways to do it, but YouTube is still struggling to get all the devices and all the platforms to work so that we have a seamless transition from, Android to whatever. Anyway, I want to continue on with the story. So he wrote me an email while on the air. He's live right now on his channel. And Marcus Ray, I got your email. I saw you writing the email while you were on the air. I will read this email in much more detail later. And I just wanted to say hi to you, let you know that I'm here, that I was watching. I was talking to some of your moderators. They gave me the skill testing question to make sure I was the real me, which I appreciate. And it all worked out. So we will get together. I will figure out a way to meet up, and we'll chat privately. And we'll kind of go from there. I appreciate so much, and those of you who are doing well out there and believe in the story on GameStop, AMC, right on. I'm happy to talk about it with anyone. Not a problem. Anyway, thanks, man, and keep up the good work. I know you're on the air, and it's a whole new game, and I know what it's like when you start out. It's a different world, but you're making it happen, and you've got some following, and keep it going. And thank you for these chats. I mean, how can I not notice? Just boom, they just popped in. I very much appreciate it. Again, thank you, everybody. Godfield should be a member. Yeah, he should be a member. And I can't make him one. It has to be done through how you do it on your own and whatever. People ask me too, hey Bruce, can I send you $120 for the year and just I'm a member for a year? YouTube has not yet set that up either, and I'm not sure if they will, because my hunch is that YouTube might have a system where they say, well, a guy like Bruce, who's been a YouTuber for 3.5 years on a channel already, has proven himself to be a reliable YouTuber and has not gotten into trouble with us and all that good stuff. But there are bots out there, or there are entities out there that might try to create a channel and try to solicit a bunch of monthly fees in advance and then disappear with the money. Or they get the dough and then they're gone. Here it's like a month to month. You earn it every month. You have to retain your viewers. You have to retain your members every month, and you can't just take it for granted. And I don't. On my other channel, I've had a membership program there now for over 2+ years, and you got to know how to work it. So anyway, that's why you can't do a bulk payment to a YouTuber for that kind of thing. Okay, Cav, I want to rock with Uncle Bruce. Thanks for all the great help, champ. Let's have a great final hour. Let's hope so. I'll tell you though, GameStop right now, $199.01. It's down $10. Is the stock going to drop? enough to get the 10% short sale restriction thing passed. It needs to drop another, what, $7, $8, $9. So those of you who are dipping, trying to catch it on the dip, maybe the dip is coming to you finally. 198, around that 192 range, 191 range is maybe where you want to be to catch the dip on this stock. I don't know how much is coming in. I don't know if it's a serious sell-off. I don't see heavy volumes, but, you know, a cheaper price is a cheaper price. I don't know. And I don't know if the intent is to get it lower than 197.87, where I see it now, down 5 points, 197.10, down 6.06%. I'm not sure if the intent is to just, you know, really run it and get a low print tonight. I don't know. The lower the stock goes between now and the end of the day, in the next 55 minutes, the fewer options that are in the money. That's the plan. That's the story. Now, let's suppose you have a $220 call contract, let's just say, and the stock's at 196, and you tell your broker, I want to exercise my contract. I think you can force it. I think you can actually force the exercise of your stock, because you have the right to call the contract. You own the contract. You have it, and you have a right to call it, and it doesn't matter what the stock is trading at. I think you can call it. In any event, what might happen here is we get a low print during the market hours towards the close. They try to close it really low, and then in the aftermarket it explodes, and tomorrow's pre-market it explodes, and all during the day it explodes. But you can't call the option on the Friday. You can only call it on the Thursday. I'm not exactly sure how this works. Forgive me for not knowing the minutia of all the details, but that could be what's going on. So someone who calls a 220 call tonight says, yeah, I'll still buy it at 220. I know it's trading at 198. I want it at 220. I want the stock. They're going to force the naked seller to deliver the stock, or if the writer had the stock, they have to deliver the stock. Who's going to complain if you have the stock to deliver at 220 if it's trading at 180 or 170 or 150 or whatever this is going to go to? I don't know where it's going to. But on the other hand, if it zooms up by next Tuesday, Wednesday to 300 and 400, the 220 buyer is a happy buyer. I mean, they locked in it. I don't know. I just I have never seen a market react the way this market is reacting. This is all new. This is all different, unusual, not normal. It's like to say on the movie Young Frankenstein, it is abnormal. Yes, the brain was from Mr. Abnormal. Yes, 198 on the stock, down 1179 or so, 5.6%. Has not broken the 10% barrier yet. Hasn't done it. It went through 200 like butter. There was nothing to stop it. Apparently, 9.6 million traded all day. There's no trading going on here. AMC, by the way, 1388, up 31 cents, was as high as 1454 today. 101 million shares traded. Light for AMC. Not a big wave of buying in there either. I think a lot of people are trying to figure out the quadruple witching. I guess. I mean, I'm guessing like you are. What is or is not happening and why? The Dow down 65 points at the low point of the day. S&P down 46. And NASDAQ down 346. NASDAQ is taking it on the chin now, down 2.5%, giving up some of the gains that enjoyed the last couple of days. That's what I'm seeing here. Mo Fons is a new member, and so is JD. Thank you for joining the channel as new members. Just while I come on the air here and just before I came on the air, appreciate all of you for popping by and saying hi. Yes, let's see what's going on. Thank you guys for this. I've never seen chat so chill during a dip. Well, we'll see what's going on. How low is it gonna go? What's the deal? Mo, I'm up 200% on AMC $7 calls, expire June 18. Should I close my positions and take profits? Up to you. You know, do you think the stock? You've got a lot of time on this contract, June 18. You got a lot of time. You're not up against the wall where you've got to decide, you know, what to do with your contract for tomorrow or next Friday or whatever. So you got a lot of time here to you know, play it out. You're in the money. I mean, no question about it. I don't know how much premium you've got left, but you know, every swing of the stock, if it goes up $1, your contract's probably going up 80, 85 cents, almost $1, because you're so far in the money. And I congratulate you. I hope you're making a lot of money on this. And look, the stock's $13.90 right now. Maybe it's going to have a little pop up here towards the end of the day and break over 14 again. You're then 7 in the money plus some premium. Fabulous. Is your contract trading at 7 or 8 or 9? I don't know because I don't follow the quotes of options at live here on the air. But way to go. I mean, if you think the stock is going to top out at 14, 15, 16, well, then, play it accordingly. You've got the time to enjoy this. On the other hand, if you feel this is a short run and it's going to back off, then you've got to make your move. But I don't know what the run on AMC is today, tomorrow. But tomorrow's a crazy day. You may not want to be out of the contract between now and tomorrow. You kind of may want to be here until next week. I just guess. I don't know. Tomorrow, I can't address what's going to happen between now and tomorrow's close with certainty, but I think there's going to be a lot of activity all over the place and a lot of volatility over the place. And you might enjoy, as an AMC contract holder, you might enjoy a nice little run tomorrow, midday, morning, afternoon, late evening. You're going to have to, only one way to find out, my friend, and you're going to have to stick around and enjoy the show. But I don't think you're going to be bored. How about that? I don't think you're going to be bored at all. Anyway, there you are, guys. What can I say? Robert, I just got 20 more at 198 on the GameStop. Thank you very much, GameStop. I'll take that at 198 all the time. Interesting. Like I say, 198.27 here, 198.54, down 5.5%. Has not gone down 10% to kick in the short sale restriction rule. Can we just hit 188 already so we can start this? The market sometimes doesn't do what you expect it to do. It does a George Costanza. It does the opposite. It sometimes does that. And you got to just kind of, figure it out. Sharon, how you doing? Welcome. Bence, good evening. Aegeus from Ashes, pleasure as always. When and if GameStop squeezes, what is the flow of payment? Assuming hedge funds don't have the capital to cover the shorts, who foots the bill? Oh, they have the money. They have the money. They've already put up the money. The money has been put up already to cover and carry the short. They're carried. They have the money to like 500 a share. It's there. The shares reach 400. They have to put up more immediately, which they will. They have billions of dollars with B's apostrophe S's. Many of those. They can handle huge moves. This is not going to bankroll all of them. It might cause economic strife for some, like Melvin had, but I don't know how spread out these guys are with their positions. Also, we don't know the short positions. Why? They don't have to disclose them under SEC rules. The SEC doesn't make anyone disclose their short positions. Even if you have 100 shares short, you don't have to disclose it. It's insanity. It's the big secret. It's the big secret. What can I tell you? 197.32 down 12.49. Down 5.95%. This is the low of the day. We're right here at the low of the day. The shares have got to get under about 190 to 189, somewhere in that range, to meet the 10% downtick rule, the down rule, to go short, be restricted on short selling for tomorrow. Balance of today and tomorrow. 197.04 down 6%. We're just here. Watching this creep along, as if there's selling coming in, it is obviously coming into buys. There are buys down here waiting. Buyers have been waiting here all day to pick off stock, but if the seller keeps hitting the bids, which they might be as we speak, 196.62 was the low here. They may just give the buyers all they want and keep selling behind it. I have no idea. I don't know how deep the buy interest is in volume. I don't have a level 2 machine. If some of you do, you might let me know. We're now at 9.8 million traded. This is nothing. This is just nothing volume today. And at this point, the seller is managed to get it to this 197, 196 neighborhood, but not much more than that at this point. 196.16 is the low. 196.58 right now is where it's at. And how many buy orders between here and about 191 and 190 will be the question that this seller has to take out if this seller is trying to drive the market down. If someone's trying to drive the stock down to have fewer call contracts be in the money, they are hitting the market with paper. Whether they got it or not, I don't know that. I don't know if the seller is shorting or if the seller is legitimately selling. No way to know. No way for me to tell you. I can only cover the action as it is unfolding at 15 minutes in this last hour of the day. We got 45 minutes to go, and 196.85, which puts the 195s in the money. The 200 contracts are out of the money at this second, but it's the price at the end of the day that matters. And right at this point, with 45 minutes to go, 196, 195. I just saw 195 temporary quote there is where we seem to be at. 195.65 was the low trade so far today. It's now 198, 198.54. So this battle is waging. Is it a big battle as far as volume goes? That I don't know. I'm showing now 9.999 million. So it's not heavy volume. Not 200 a share right now. $200.97 is the latest value on the stock. 203 now I'm showing here on my one device. 203 popped at 202. That's a little pop right there. The war is on. I mean, it's here. We're here. This is what's going on. People are watching it like I am, and we're trying to just guess what's going to happen. Marcus, thank you for this donation. All my tech and chip stocks are tanking in the same pattern. Does somebody bunkering ammo for tomorrow's battle? I tell you, it's going to be something. Kyle, your best guess on volume tomorrow? I have no idea. I mean, I've been off all week. I've been nowhere near accurate in my mind. Cav, hypothetically, when a hedge fund goes bankrupt from bad orders, who's trying to bail them out? Hedge funds with more capital, banks trying to turn them around. Who's the most interested in saving a bankrupt? Hedge funds really have a lot of capital and a lot of access to more. They really do. They can tap credit lines. The guys who run these, the guys who own these are very wealthy individuals, and they don't have all their chips in the company. They really can get more. You try to bankrupt one of these guys, I don't know. I mean, sure, there's a limit to everything, but it's not going to be GameStop that bankrupts them. I don't think so. I think they can, any one of these guys can get out from underneath an ugly situation with billions in losses, but I don't know if it'll kill them. It'll hurt them. Oh, yeah, it'll smart. But I don't think that it'll wipe them out. I really don't know. They'll still be around, and they'll just be back for more later. This game never fully stops. It just readjusts. And we've readjusted from $38.50 to $50 range to this $200 neighborhood right now. We readjusted to the $300 neighborhood a little while ago. We're now in the $201.95 neighborhood. This is a constant readjusting. The battle goes on. The trenches keep getting dug. It just the war. This is a war that never stops. It never stops. It just sometimes there's a truce. There's kind of an equilibrium of it all, and people kind of calm the heck down. GameStop next week will be very pivotal in just what happens with this stock and what happens going forward. Because if GameStop has got a handshake deal made with Wall Street to do a secondary funding round, maybe it's at 200 a share. Maybe that's why the stock is here. Maybe the stock is going to be kept here by the powers that be, which could be Wall Street with GameStop's blessing, but quietly because they can't speak, and we don't know about it. I don't know. I'm throwing you all the variables. There's a zillion of them, and there's no one that could be it. None of this could be right. All of it could be right. I'm just interpreting what I see from all the experience I've had in the business. It is truly amazing. We're back to 200 here on the stock now, and the volume now is 10.1 million. Only 150,000 have traded in the last 5 minutes. Sounds impressive, but it isn't impressive. It's not a lot of stock. If a million trade every 5-10 minutes, now we're talking. But 100,000 with what we've seen this stock do already, this is very quiet. But it's $200 at the moment. $200.06, $200.21, depending which device you watch. And back and forth we go with this battle royale, and we've been invited to watch. Thank you, Richard, for that question. I appreciate all of you with your questions, of course, and those of you who are joining in as members. If you become a member of this channel, you will receive private emails and private videos from time to time, just for members, where I will announce the next favorite stock that I've come up with to add to my picks. And so become a member today, and you're in the know when it comes to me adding stocks to this list here that I'll be following and that I'll be mentioning you might want to take a good look at. Thank you again for those who've become members already the last few days. This is day 3 of the memberships, and the comments are all for members only, and we have avoided a whole lot of nasty threatening and harassing messages and just stupid goofball comments. We've got a pretty good crowd here, and I'm really happy about this. This is such a wonderful change of pace, and I welcome all of you who are becoming new members with open arms. David, thank you, buddy, for coming in here. Michael, it's the same to you. I'm glad you guys are choosing to join the channel as members. And like I said, you will get from time to time emails just for members only. You'll get an advance warning from me on any new tips that I will hand out, any new stocks that I recommend you might want to look at, giving you a heads up on the whole YouTube world that we'll find out a few days after you know what's going on. Membership has its privileges, and you can take advantage of it. And I thank you. Same thing, Gun. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming in here. Appreciate it. 201 on GameStop, 1376 on AMC. Thank you to Fizzlenet and to Anne-Marie. Ladies, you're welcome to come in here. I'm trying to make this a safer neighborhood than the Wild West that's out there with some of the other nonsense. And like I say, I appreciate all of you who are here, and you're welcome to enjoy the festivities as best as I could bring them to you. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you also, Ashley. The gals are coming in, and I am really happy. Jen is thrilled. Jen is really happy when I tell her the female viewership is rising, and she's going, well, you did what you had to do to get rid of the you-know-what, and this is making a difference. It's a much safer place, and thank you all for coming by. Okay. You missed Fiznet's actual question, someone said. You missed it. Probably because I'm yapping too much. I just doubled down on VGAC at 1049. Did I do stupid? No, that's not stupid. That's pretty smart. Picking this up here. VGAC is going to become 23andMe on the New York Exchange, and the merged company, the private company coming into the SPAC, taking it over, 950 million cash in the bank the minute they list. That's how much money is waiting to go into the treasury of 23andMe, because Wall Street has just piled a bunch of cash up for them to start things off with. So I think it's going to be kind of fun. Sarah says, love you, Jen. And Jane says, girl power. There you go. I got the gals coming in here. It's great. Craig, why is it that the stock ends up .00 so often? You mean trading at even numbers? That I don't know. That there are traders who are handling the trades. It's a New York issue. It's trading on the NYSE. There's a specialist handling it. Sometimes trades get done at flat numbers. Just boom. That's old school, and you know it works. A new member, Johnny. Thank you, Shane. New member as well. Thank you, Shane, for coming in and joining us. Alex, thank you for this generous donation. There's a super sticker right there. Appreciate it. Lisa, welcome. Another female in here. This is awesome. Dennis, yeah, I bet you're happy. You're making so much money off this channel, Bruce. I hope you're not a grifter. Well, you know, it's nice to know that there's a community here, but I have to earn your business every month. I can't sit back and go, oh, I don't have to do anything now. I got all these members. I can just sit back and get relaxed. It doesn't work that way. I have to keep members engaged. I have to keep my shows going. I'm working here. I'm working, and so welcome to the channel, and welcome to my office. John, I need GameStop to do something tomorrow. I promised my wife's boyfriend I would buy him a new scooter. It's got to go, man. 201.78. Well, you know, maybe you can get him one of those scooters that, you know, it doesn't have a motor. It just, you know, he just powers it with his foot. It's on sale. Maybe your wife's boyfriend's a little out of shape and could use more of a physical workout, like a scooter that he has to power himself. I mean, you thought of that? Maybe it's for his own darn good. I don't know. Doing what I can. Thank you. Sarah, I grabbed a Virgin Group VJC on the back of you speaking about it. Keep adding more in by skimming off profit from other stocks here and there. Just pick away at it. Run that company is run by a lady. That company is run by a young gal who was married to a co-founder of Google. That's who started that company. And Google was one of the first investors in 23andMe, and a whole bunch of other investors have popped in there over the years, and they are probably going to do a ton of deals. I think there's a ton of deals coming up from that company going forward. And with 950 million on hand, they're making deals. There will be all kinds of stuff. The whole 23andMe company could be transforming in front of our eyes in the next 6 months. As soon as they list and they're cleared to go, they will bring out news announcement after news announcement. So stand by, kids. And that goes for Gore's Holdings, and this goes for NavSite Holdings, Vector Acquisitions, all the SPACs I'm recommending, Starboard and Fortress. They will all be very busy companies the minute they're publicly traded and they're called for trading by their exchanges. Beach Boy has joined the house, and so is Ivan. Welcome, guys. Cam Miller is also a member. No one's going to mess with us. Cam Miller's here. This is good stuff. Thanks, Cam, for coming in, man. Ivan, Cam, Beach Boy, right on. Shane, hoping GameStop triggers that short sale restriction Monday, followed by the earnings. Well, I say this stock has to drop. It's $199. It has to drop to $189 or something like that to trigger the 10% rule from last night's close, which would mean all day tomorrow it's on the short restricted list. Now, wherever it closes at today, if it closes at $220 tonight or $200 tonight, tomorrow morning it has to drop to $180 to get the 10% rule in for Monday. See, so it can go up for the rest of the day and do whatever it wants, but it didn't drop this morning. It went down to just under $200 this morning on just after the opening, about half an hour in, but it didn't go low enough this morning to trigger it. It didn't break the 10% rule. And here we are at $200 a share right now, right there. There's a war going on between buyers and sellers right there. But I don't know if the war is being fought with a lot of bullets, because the volume, 10.3 million, it just hasn't traded a lot since I've come on for this last hour. We now have 33 minutes to go in the trading day, and we're not seeing a massive war going on here. It is holding 200 though, but it hasn't backed off, and the volume hasn't picked up by much. Ben Christensen, thank you. I have two 150 GameStop calls expiring tomorrow. My first time with options. I no longer have the money to exercise them. What would you do? You're going to sell them. You're going to sell them for a profit, and you might want to sell them now and turn around and pick off two maybe 175s for like 2 or 3 weeks from now, or pick off 2 or 3 200s for 2 or 3 weeks from now, and just still be in the options game, but just roll them over, because right here you're up $50, you're 50 something book value plus premium. Take a look at the options moving forward and do a rollover. Get out of here, get into there. You're still in options. You're still in GameStop. Stock goes to a higher level. If it ran tomorrow, ran Monday, you're going to enjoy a run. So keep an eye open for that. You might have to move into $200 calls. I'm not sure what the pricing is of future calls, but you're getting closer to the clock, because you'll make just as much money if you have contracts that expire a month from now as if they expire tomorrow. No problem whatsoever. So consider that idea, Ben. You don't want to be holding these calls with the market just going crazy, because I don't know what it'll do tomorrow. Will it go from 100 to 300 during the day tomorrow? Will it? I don't know. So roll over and then enjoy the ride tomorrow. And if it goes to 300 and begins to back off and you're up a whole bunch of money on the new calls you just bought, sell them and cash in, sit on the sidelines, get back in when the stock backs off and ride them again. I don't know. It's up to you. Depends on what kind of tolerance you have to risk, obviously. JJ, hey, Bruce, thanks for all the great info. Keep rocking it. GameStop to the moon. Thanks, JJ, for this donation. We have a couple new members here. We've got We've got Bizel. Where am I? Yeah, we got Bizel Gabor, and we've got Bizelnet here, and now we have Aranas Jovasias. I can't pronounce that. We have AJ here. Right on. AJ's in. I can do that. We got Pam coming in. Welcome, Pam. Colquitt, thank you for joining the group today. You're a new member. Fabulous. All of you are more than welcome to hang out here and say hi to everybody, and welcome to the club. I think a lot of you folks will over time get to know each other depending on your commentary and stuff, and there'll be comments between you and all of that. That's what this chat kind of does on my channels anyway. On Traveling with Bruce, that definitely happens over there. They know each other like you can't believe. But it's a couple of years. We've been doing it over 2 years now, and now here we are with this channel just starting off 3 days ago. Thank you all. $200 on the GameStop right now. Volume as we update it, 10.4 million. So I don't know. Have we had maybe 800,000 trade in a half an hour? Maybe for the last hour we do get up, more volume to close out the day. But this is light volume, really a light. AMC 1378 up 22 cents. It's near the lower end of the day here as far as where it tracked down to, but it was as low as 1357. Right now, 1378, within 20 cents of its low. It was over 14. That's where it is. The volume on AMC, by the way, 107 million. Nothing to get excited about there. That's a lot of, how AMC trades. It has a lot of turnover, as does GameStop. People are in and out. That's what we get. $200 on GameStop. The Dow down 67. The S&P down 44.9. NASDAQ off 338. And the losers on NASDAQ will be the FANG stocks. They're the ones who are taking losses. Are they dying? No, but they are off. Interestingly, by the way, Home Depot up 368. IBM up $1.25. IBM now $130. I started calling the stock, added it to my list when it was on 119 to 121 range. Now 130 on IBM. How about that? But the Dow down 74, hardly a problem. Microsoft down 596, Apple down 385 to $120.91. Not a problem there. Tesla down $41 to 660. That's a typical day for Tesla. It's just caught in a bit of a downdraft today. Bed Bath & Beyond up 17 cents. BlackBerry down 81 to 1089. The cruise lines are down today. Finally, that makes sense. Amazon down $93 to $3,042. That's kind of the bottom range for this stock lately. Cisco down 47 cents to $48.95. Let's see. Facebook down 354 to 280. That is hardly giving up much ground. The high for that 304. It's at 280. It's within 10% of its all-time high. Not an issue there. No serious bleeding of values here on these big stocks. Google down $44 a share to $2,044. It was as high as $21.52. Same thing. It's only $100-something off its all-time highs. This is not a problem. Netflix $506 and DraftKings $68 down $260. Used to be a $10 SPAC way back when. So there you go. $199.95 on GameStop, down $986. Not a bloodbath and not heavy volume. 10.4 million shares. Here it is, 200 again, right at 200. That is what we are witnessing right now on this kind of quiet Thursday before all heck is supposed to break loose. And I was under the impression we were going to have, I thought, maybe a kooky week, a really kooky week. Didn't get that. These first 4 days have not been crazy at all. Christian Dayton, thank you for the sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for that right there. Thank you. And also to Srinath Shah. Hey, Bruce, I have a $220 call tomorrow. My break even 256. Do you recommend selling or waiting until tomorrow? Worried it might be worth nothing. Well, this is the problem with the $200 stock or the $220 call contract where you die tomorrow. As I've said earlier, whatever that contract is worth, take a look for a contract that is a week to go or 2 weeks to go. Take a look at the 26th or into April. Can you get a 230 or a 240 for the price that this one is trading at? Is that possible? That's a rollover. You've moved up 20 bucks further out, but you're giving yourself maybe 2 weeks more time. Is this doable? I don't know if it's doable. You may have to throw in a little more money to get another contract. You're in a scenario here where we all know that this stock could go from where it is right now, this 200 range, to $230 in 5 minutes. It can do that, but it can also go down $50 in 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes. We're now 25 minutes from the end of the day. Tomorrow is expiry day for your contract. You got to make your call on what you want to do. If you want to stay in the option, still be in an option, this might be your last chance to do a rollover within reason of something else. But I don't know what it is. I don't know what you're going to have to pay, and I don't know what you're going to have to get into to still be in the option game. You might have lost so much value with being out 20 bucks. I don't know. You still have a few minutes here to make a move, but you're going to have to make a move before. If you're going to make a move today, you've got to make a move in the next 20 minutes or so, because the last 5 minutes, all bets are off if you get a fill or not. So that's where we're at. $200.58, $200.87. Like we saw a few minutes ago, 15, 20 minutes ago, it jumped $8 in like a minute. It can do that too. I mean, this can go to 210 at a moment's notice, and you're only $10 out of the money. So your contract will fly. But will it? Will it? The stock has not given up 10% of its value today. So the shares will not be in a restricted mode for tomorrow. However, I'll tell you this. It doesn't have to give it up now to be restricted tomorrow. It can be down 10% on the opening tomorrow morning. Right off the bat could be like if it closes at 200 now, it might open at 180 first thing in the morning within 15 minutes. There's your 10%. That makes it restricted for Friday and Monday. Right now, it only restricts it for the last 20 minutes and tomorrow, but not Monday. So maybe it won't drop 10% today. Maybe it'll pop from 200 to 210 to 220 before now in the close. Otherwise, it might just sit here. Again, who wants to keep it down here? Just think about that. Who wants the shares to stay here and not go higher? Who would prefer it to go even lower and not go higher? My guess, naked option writers. They don't want this stock to go higher right now, because the higher this stock goes between now and the bell, the more contracts that could be called by contract holders, option holders, against naked shorts. So if they can limit this to this level or lower, they keep many, many contracts out of the money, which is what they want to do. That's the game that's happening here. Is there going to be a surge of buying in 23 minutes to reverse this? Maybe, but maybe not. I don't know. And if this is the selling that's been coming in here, we only have 10.5 million trade now. Are there 5 million shares for sale at $2 to $2.10, and you can't get it up? Like, you can't get it up over that? Are there 10 million shares willing to be sold to keep this stock right where it is for the next 20 minutes? I don't know. If it's 1 million shares of selling power, that's $200 million. If it's 5 million shares of selling power, it's $1 billion in stock that is here on GameStop. It's not going higher. That's what it is. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you, because the sellers do not have to show their hand to us plebes out here. Even the guys with the fanciest computer systems don't know. They don't know how many shares are ultimately available right now on this stock. They don't know. They can't tell you. They can only guess with their experience, what they're witnessing, and what they're kind of wondering about, but they cannot guarantee any of it. That's what I'm saying. Thank you again for those of you making donations here. John, thank you. Question for Bruce. Can you elaborate further on the bank offering for $200 a share or something? What would that do? Sorry if you addressed this hard, that had to step away. Elaborate further on the bank offering for $200 a share or something. Again, I think we just talked about this, the naked call option writers trying to hold it here. Perhaps that could be it. Justin, new member, thank you. Dream Gamer, thank you. New members, thank you guys. What do we got here? We've got a donation straight out. Thank you from El To Theo. Thank you. Also, it's Chris. I have a $19 April 1 AMC call option. Had money and buying power and used it to start getting a feel for options. Started at 153 share, but I'm down now to 94 cents. Why does a stock go up but my option go down? Because you're out of the money. You're out of the money. You've got a $19 call. The stock's at 11.44 to 13.87. 13.87. You're around $14 on the stock. You got a $5 gap between you and in the money. And this stock, this contract will shrink every day because it's losing time. It's going to die. This AMC stock has got to move for you a couple of dollars, like today or tomorrow. Like tomorrow, Monday, it should be at 16 or 17, or your contract will even go lower than this, because it will start trading around 40, 50 cents if you stay $5 out of the money. And then in the last week, you'll lose 10 cents every day in value until you're zero. That is what's going on. If you sell this now and roll into a mid-April or a late April and get a 20 or a 19, but a 19 will cost you more. You only have one contract. So, you know, how much you got into it? 153 bucks. I mean, that's all you're risking. It's not a lot of money, but you're not going to make money on this contract if the stock stays down here. You can wait it out, of course, because tomorrow the stock could go to 15, 16. Your contract might go to 125 again. If the stock on Monday goes to 17, 18, your contract might go to 140 again, but the stock has got to go to 20, 21 for you to make any money, because you got to be in the money now. You're too late. You're too far out. I hope that wasn't too harsh of an explanation. Shane, with ETF balancing as soon as tomorrow, with those holding GameStop as an increase in value, will those ETFs purchase more, sell? Thanks again. They could pick up more tomorrow. They could pick up stock between now and the end of the month. They could wait right till the 31st. That's a Wednesday. That could be the day all ETFs and index funds jump into GameStop to reflect the new position. This is why I'm telling you, option writers, you may want to have April calls instead of March calls, because of the conference call coming up Tuesday with the results, the end of the month reallocations. You may want to be into April's with these contracts and this stock. Just a guess. James, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. You're welcome here. The Hard Truth took your advice and put an order in at 190 to get an AV open down. Fingers crossed. Let's hope I get some stock. Well, you're $9.78 away, but you never know. There are 18 minutes to go, and we have seen in 25 minutes this stock drop $170 a share from 348 to 172 in 25 minutes. So what is this thing capable of? Everything. Will it do anything? I don't know. Is there a million for sale and a million wanted on both sides of this market? It's not going anywhere. Is that the case? Is it 5 million for sale and 5 million wanted? Not going anywhere. Is that the case? I don't know. Welcome to the market. Corey, hi there. Welcome to the channel. TB has become a member. Thank you for coming in here, guys. Guys and girls, thank you, all of you, for joining in. And nice to have you all. It's a wild, wacky market. What's the penalty for failing to deliver a future deliver? I assume they just pay a penalty, not buy the stock. Is there any enforcement? I don't know with the new rules. The common perception now, what people are getting a feel for is that there could be forced buy-ins sooner rather than later, and no broker ever will be in that position. They will get themselves out. They will never be put in a position by a regulator to buy them in. I can't imagine that ever happening. So we'll see. David, optionsprofitcalculator.com is a great tool to see options, to see how time and the IV can affect them. That's true. There's all kinds of ways to figure out how options behave. It's a very complicated industry, and it's in a market entirely unto itself. We're down to 16 minutes, 15 minutes. The Dow is down 124. It's having a shitty close, terrible. S&P down 53, not having a good day, but they're not like losing their shirts. They're just negative. But the NASDAQ down 372, down 2.7% today. They're the three markets. They're not having a good day. Spilling over into stocks, well, AMC's bucking the odds, up 26 cents to 13.82. GameStop 198.94, 199.53 is where it is right now. What's it going to do? Yeah, I can see where Chicago, there are a whole bunch of option writers in Chicago that do not want this stock any higher than this, and they would like it even lower if at all possible for the closing print at the bell. I can understand that. TB, a $10 donation. Thank you, TB, very much. Really appreciate this. Yeah, VIX up 15%. We're going to see what happens. Observe thyself, says Bruce. Bruce just keeps, it just keeps panicking when GameStop goes down. Hi, Bruce. I just keep panicking, so I bought more again. Oh, my. TB, Citadel, they're hedging XRT, IWC, IJR, going on and on and on. Please soothe underlying securities with XRT hedged institutional ownership 100%. I'm not even sure what all that means. I'm not even sure what, even I don't know what all that means. Someone's saying it needs to close at 200. It's at 198.25 with 15 or 14 minutes left in the day. That's what we got. The TV's on a commercial right now. And let's see what is going on. Mike is wondering, is it going to have to be at the bell today or tomorrow? From what I am hearing from some of you out there, you tell me that when you want to do an exercise of a call contract, you want to exercise your call, the brokers are telling you have to do it on Thursday. You have to tell us Thursday so we can enact it on Friday. You can't tell us on Friday. We need a business day. That's what some of you have told me. I do not know if that is the diehard rule, but this action today is so, this stock is so controlled right now. It is so dominated right now by forces unseen, but I feel them. I feel they're out there. 10.7 million shares traded, and this market isn't going anywhere. It's 198.20, 197.82. It could be that there's a dominant player who's got both sides of this market, and they're going to put it where they want it. In other words, if they want a print at 150, they're going to get it. If they want a print at 179, they're going to put it there. I don't know if anyone out there has enough money to oppose the power player that is holding this stock where it is. That's a guess. That could be what's happening. 198.15. So, folks, you're looking to get a dip? This might be it. It might not be it. The stock may be held under 200 between now and the close. And then after the close is over, the seller goes away, this buyer goes away, and the market is free to do what it wants. And it might just drift up to 220 a share this afternoon. It might just do that. I have no idea. 197.54, 198.39, 197.31 was the low of the day. We're down 5.3% on the day right now. There you go. Chubbs, hey, Bruce, I put in a one call option on Virgin Group for 1250 exercise. What should I do? Should I exercise it? Leave it alone. Leave it alone. When does it expire? When does your option expire? You're not telling me that. Anyway, 197.10. That's a new low on the day for GameStop. 197.10, new low, or was it 195.65? I'm showing on two devices. Sorry, we're running around here watching it closely. 196.93. It is really tightly controlled here at this point. It's not swinging by $2 a trade at all. This is most interesting. We'll watch this. I'm just on the fly, guys. I'm calling you the play-by-play as I see it happening here. where am I now? 10.7 million volume, almost 10.8 volume on GameStop. All right, let's see what happens. It just never ceases to amaze me. 195.65 was a low. Thank you. A public holder must usually declare by 5 p.m. on Friday. Fine by me. Fine by me as well. Some say otherwise. I'm going either way. But it is definitely being controlled right here. This stock is not freewheeling at all. I don't think it's freewheeling at all. I think there's a lot of power on both sides of this market right now. Don't know. 11 minutes to go in the day. Interesting. It's when the CME closes, not the NYSE. People are saying it's Friday. Put one call, laugh out loud. My average in games, GHVI is 15. For reference, volume on January the 28th of GameStop was 178 million shares. Right now, it's barely 10.8 million. That's it. I mean, it's not even, we're not in the same area code with regard to the volume of this stock today. Really, really interesting to see how this is playing out. Bill, Bruce, thanks for all you do. Earlier in the week, didn't you say you thought something was going to happen tomorrow and then the company call next week? The company call is next week on Tuesday. That's the annual report and the company conference call. And then the end of the month is the definitely the end of the first quarter, and that's a Wednesday. So that's a week Wednesday, where there will be likely quite a bit of adjusting to be done by hedge funds, index funds, and mutual funds, so on, ETFs. We'll be watching that. We're not selling a single share. There you go. Just bought my mug and a shirt. Hey, way to go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for buying a mug and a shirt. Bruce, if you were hedge fund short, how would you play it? Again, I don't know how to play this. I mean, I do and I don't, but each hedge fund has its own style. They have their own way of wanting to play it. Some will carry positions for months. Others will carry positions for seconds. It all varies. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Do a bunch of call options not in the money, expiring tomorrow, hurt the squeeze? Well, if like someone was telling me earlier, they have a $220 call on GameStop. If they can exercise it at their leisure until the close tomorrow night, and the stock goes to $250 tomorrow, they're $30 in the money. And the writer of that contract, whoever created the contract, either has to deliver 100 shares that they have, or they got to deliver 100 shares they don't have, and they got to go get them. So the higher it goes, the more contracts in the money. That would be, way to go. JJ just bought 5 more under $200 a share. Like I said, folks, if every one of you guys, there are 5,700 of you here right now. If every one of you guys bought 1,000 shares right now, you'd buy 5.7 million shares. I don't think it'd be under $200 a share. But I don't know if you can each buy 1,000 shares of this stuff. Maybe that's the problem here. $199 on the stock, $199 a share right now, with 8 or so minutes left in the day, and the television is on a commercial. The CNBC people know exactly where to place commercials right before the close, absolutely, and just before the open for top dollar. 198.98, 199.98. We're at basically $200 a share again on this stock. AMC 13.97, up 41 cents. Interesting. $200 a share, 236 just broke over it. 151 on the downside for the Dow, 59 point drop for S&P, and 408 point drop on Nasdaq. That equates to a 3% drop in value today. The tech issues are the ones taking it on the chin mostly, and it's a 3% drop. GameStop, $200, $200 on the day right now, as we come in to the end of this trading session in 6 or so minutes. They are still showing a commercial on CNBC, a huge commercial block going through. Bruce, can you explain about tomorrow and what is the significance? What could we all hope for? Well, there's a lot of adjusting that's going to happen in the last hour of the day, the witching hour. Indices could really whipsaw quite a bit. Stocks can whipsaw quite a bit. The question, of course, on GameStopper's mind, is any of this going to have an impact on GameStop or AMC share prices? The thinking out there for a lot of people who are following and studying this entire short squeeze, gamma squeeze, failure to deliver situation is that the verdict keeps coming back, and the indications and the evidence keeps coming back to people who are studying this, that there are way, way more shares out there than should be. And when they get called in, and whatever circumstances they get called in under, could have a profound impact on the movement of the shares. And this is what happens definitely with GameStop, where it will, out of nowhere, just have a 3-4 day run that will just run the market to just astronomical levels. We had this happen 3 weeks ago yesterday, when the shares had been $38.50 on the Tuesday or so, And by Wednesday night, they were 91. By Thursday, they were 130, 150. Then within a week after that, they were $348 a share. Who would have thought that the stock would go from 38 to 348 in a week? But they did. And it's not the first time that has happened. Here we are again now, really solidly trading at $200 a share, like really solidly in this neighborhood. And people are asking, could this thing triple from here? And I'm saying, yes, it could. It could go up fivefold from here. It could. But I don't know what'll cause it and when it'll be caused, except what could cause it is a short covering squeeze, gamma squeeze, and non-delivery squeeze that would just knock your socks off with respect to just how many millions have to be bought back. I mean, if the street is made to pick up 20, 30, 40, 50 million shares in a hurry, this stock is nowhere near $199 a share. I mean, there's just no way. Steve, thank you for becoming a new member of the channel. I appreciate you being here. What do you make of all this new info coming out about Robinhood? People on Reddit are saying out there that at least make it a cash-only account so you aren't buying shares with instant funds. Well, I've been saying for weeks since January, only hold GameStop in cash. Don't margin it. But there's a lot of talk about Robinhood's shaky position a month ago when they had to raise $4 billion quickly. Anyway, what can I tell you? There's going to be a lot of questions asked about Robinhood going forward. I personally do not understand, and maybe it's happening, but I don't know about it. But I would think that the SEC would be really investigating what the hell went on, and maybe they are. Maybe they are very quietly. They're having discreet meetings with these guys, sharing discreet messages back and forth. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But to me, when investors cannot buy stock, even with cash, if that isn't a red flag, I don't know what is. I don't know how more concerned a regulator should be than that. Cash cannot buy you stock. What are you talking about? That's the basis of this market, cash market. How can that not happen? So maybe lots going on there. 3 minutes or so left to go. We're into the last, or is it 7 minutes, 50 cents? No, we're in the last few minutes. Hang on, let me double check my television here. Oh yeah, let me. Yeah, we're bringing it right up to speed here. My TV's behind. I'm ahead. We're down to 3:05 to go, and we're coming into the last 3 minutes now. And let's see what's going on. Matt Withstand bought 4 more GameStop today. Feel bad. Buy more. Feel good. Buy more. Numb. Buy more. $200.45 is the stock right now. Meme Designs. I sent another PayPal too. Thank you, Meme. Thank you for that. Thank you, all of you. I just have not had time to read all of my other messages. Some of you have been very kind to me lately. You've been picking up this product right here on PayPal. I want to caution you because people are cautioning me that there are fraudsters out there. There are impersonators selling exactly this on their Redbubble store. So when you look to support me, try the link from my channel to this place here, and it'll definitely be a royalty paid to me. If you're picking it up from somebody else, I have no idea who's doing it. I can't stop them. I can't hire a lawyer to go after these people. I don't know where they are. It's one of the faults of this kind of business. But again, thank you, any of you out there who've been picking up merchandise with this logo on it. I am so appreciative of all of you who have been doing that. It is very kind of you. Thank you. All right, 2 minutes or less. Yeah, 1 minute 40 seconds on the day. $200.63 on GameStop. That stock is being boxed in around this $200 level. From what I can tell you, unless there's a shenanigan going on in the last minute, I don't know. Thank you. Thumbs ups for Bruce Tradamus. Thank you, Sharon. I love it. How much free time do you have if you make a dummy account spoofing Bruce's Redbubble store? Yeah, how sinister are you? You know, you're a loser. You can't do it on your own. You got nothing you can sell. So now you're coming into my turf. There you go. A guy out of Creston, British Columbia. You got to pilfer this guy. Wow. Does it say it all? Yeah, it says it all. We're down to the last minute. The the Dow down 127 or so on the screen here. S&P down 56. We're at $200.69, $200.71. Coming in at the very end. Duncan, how you doing, buddy? Coming in at the very end here. What is going to happen on this stock at the very end, and then what's happening in the aftermarket right after it? We'll be watching that. Watching me here. $200.51, and the bell is going now on the floor. 201.50 on the market right now is the deal here. We'll watch these last few moments of the trading day. Trading day. 201.29 was the final quote. 201.29, the final quote on New York, as I understand it to be. The market is down. They say NASDAQ plunges 3%. Plunges 3%? Plunge? I don't think so. It slumped 3%. It was down all day. It had a little uptick at one point. It just meandered off. I call it buying opportunities coming up on some really nice paper out there, but that's just me. 201.30 on the aftermarket. It's up a penny. There you go. We're in the aftermarket now. Let's see how it goes. One trade at a time, one session at a time. Volume has got to have been really light. I think 11-something million. Yeah, 11.3 million volume. Just absolutely nothing. Is everyone standing around wondering what everyone is going to do? I don't know. And could it be that Wall Street just has this gut feeling that we're not moving, we're not twitching until these guys talk? The GameStop people, we want them to talk. And the financials will come out on Tuesday. The conference call, I think, is the same day. And now they can tell us what they're up to, what they've been doing the last few months, what they're doing now, and what's going to happen the next few months, the rest of the year. And then there'll be a reassessment by Wall Street, I guess, to absorb just what these guys have in mind. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe that's exactly what it is. The witching hour is the witching hour. I'm not sure how that's going to play out. We'll be here to watch it. What do you think of Canada's renewable energy stocks, thinking long-term for dividends and so on? I have no real thought on green stock, really. I don't really have I don't have a list of companies that I recommend as green companies. I know Canada is definitely looking to go green in many ways, yet the world views Canada as a major polluter because of our oil industry. And they view the United States as a major polluter because of its oil and gas industry. That's how people view these economies, and that's their right. They can view it any way they want. But when it comes to making money, North Americans know how to make money. What can I say? Anyway, 201.29. Let's see, on GameStop now, 202.19. Excuse me, up 90 cents on the aftermarket. That's what I show at the moment. 202.46 on the aftermarket. So it's a little bit of a bump up right now. Is this the beginning of a march that will take us to a new level, tonight, into the pre-opening tomorrow, and then into witching hour? I don't know, but we're at 202.46. That's all I can tell you. And the volume on the aftermarket, 6,200 so far have come through. 202.51 approximately is the price of the GameStop shares in the aftermarket right now. There you go. We'll see what they want to do. I'm wondering also, like I said earlier, as I was kind of speculating, is there a deal already on the table for GameStop to raise a bunch of cash at $200 a share? Is this going to be announced next week? Is the deal at $225? Is it one of these deals where the Wall Street broker says, we'll help you sell so many shares, whatever the number is, but we'll just do it at market, whatever the market wants for it. But you guys talk first, because you're better off with what you know, what you want to say. You're better off doing that and then raising money, because by the time you finish talking on your conference call, it could well be that the market could be much higher than this price here because of the anticipation of the future of the company. And then we'll do a market offering for you, a secondary offering. That could be it. East Infection, thank you for the donation. What a name. I don't understand the question. T-Bone, there seemed to be a serious surge in volume at the end there. Anyway, Jeff Smith, on my E-Trade account, they cancel orders if they are too far outside of what the current market price is. Seems to be related to some SEC regs. What news tomorrow? GameStop company announcement. I'm hearing not tomorrow, Tuesday. Tomorrow's quadruple witching tomorrow. And we're wondering what's going to happen with quadruple witching. We know a bunch of options are expiring. We know that options at 200 and lower are in the money. What happens with the stock tomorrow? Is it going to go higher and put a whole bunch more options in the money? This could affect things. Could there be a real attack on the stock long tomorrow, a long attack to put a whole bunch of contracts in the money before Tuesday's scheduled conference call and financial release? This might be it. Cav, silly question. Who's bullish or bearish between dogs and cats? You know, are dogs bullish or cats bullish? We got bulls and bears. Those are the bull. That's what goes on in the marketplace. Cats and dogs, I don't know what's going on. You're putting me in a difficult position, and I'm not going to answer that question because no matter what the answer is, I'm going to make one of the species angry at me. One of them will be mad. I'm not going there, buddy. I've been down this road before with AMC. I'm not going there. Thank you, all of you who have been here watching. We now have, how many left? 5,200 are here. Thank you, guys. 1,400 thumbs ups. If you could kindly find it in your heart to hit the thumbs up button for me, nail that thing for me. Let's get this over 3,000. We should be over 3,000 with 5,000 people here. Oh, man, come on, guys. I'm working my tail off for you. Please give me thumbs up. And let's do this thumbs up, thumbs down ratio, some real harm. Let's make it look really good. Right now, we're 16-1 on the thumbs up, thumbs down ratio right now. Let's make it 30-1. Get me up to 3,000 thumbs up. There's 1,700 right now. We're 17-1 on the ratio, 18-1 on the ratio. Make it happen, guys. Show YouTube this is the place where men and women are welcome to have intelligent discussion about the markets and not be hassled or threatened or bullied by those forces out there we don't want to have anything to do with. Thank you, everybody. 1,900 thumbs ups. They're coming in. One more 100. We break 2,000, and then let's go for 3. There's 2,000 right now. 2,000 thumbs ups have come in. Get us another 1,000, folks. Please hit the thumbs up button as fast as you can, as hard as you can. Let's pop this thing up. We're 20-1 on the ratio between like and dislike. Let's get it to 30-1 or higher. That would be beautiful. Thank you, all of you, so much for supporting me with these thumbs up. It's a free gesture on your part, but it's important for the analytics of this channel. 2,100 now, absolutely wonderful. 2,200 just came in. Beautiful, guys. Keep it coming. Let's get the 3,000 thumbs ups. Also, orders are coming in through Redbubble. You're finding my store. Thank you for staying with my Redbubble store. Bruce Frommert, to pick off this product right here. Thank you for not shopping at the imposters stores. I appreciate that. We have got imposters who are pretending to be me trying to sell this merchandise. And it is just so frustrating that I am battling on so many fronts to keep this channel a great, happy place to be at. I also have that going on. It just never ends. And then, of course, some of you have been telling me you get messages when you post a comment after my show is over. You do a comment. Sometimes you get a comment from an imposter, again, of me using my name, my image, and trying to get you to reach out to them. They want your banking info. They want your credit card number. They want your phone number. They want your email address. They're ready to cause havoc. I'm trying to stop them. I report them to YouTube. Every day I report to YouTube imposters who are mucking up or trying to muck up this channel's reputation as much as I can. There are people out there who are stopping at nothing to get in the middle of a 104,000 subscriber channel. That's all I am. I'm not a big channel in the world of YouTube. I'm puny, and yet we have these battles. I do not have a contact person at YouTube that talks to me personally. I'm waiting for the day. I pray for the day that someone at YouTube reaches out to me and says, Bruce, I'm your rep. I'm your guy. I'm your gal. Any problem you have, we will take it right straight personally to the technical department, and we will we'll save you. We'll protect you. I haven't got that yet. I'm not big enough, and so it's a battle on my own. As an individual trying to run the whole show here, I am fighting a bunch of wars. And again, I ask for your forgiveness when I tell you what's happening. I don't want to bore you about it, but I want you to be aware that there are some bad actors out there who are trying to get in the middle of our relationship, and I'm desperately fighting them off so that it's just the real guy you're talking to. It used to be a lot easier. Cav, silly question: who's bullish and bearish between dogs and cats? You're not getting me there. I talked about that. Let's move on. No way am I doing that. As Celtic, can you explain an allocation analysis and movement and how it might affect stock price tomorrow? Allocation and analysis and movement. I cannot write you a paper in 5 minutes to explain that. You're going to have to Google that. And this information is easily found. You don't need me to tell you. Mr. Evolution 5000 has become a member of the channel. Thank you so much. I love this. Matt Hunter, a new member. With Matt here, nothing bad can happen to this channel. Matt, you're my savior, buddy. Thank you for being here, buddy. Who else is talking to me? Alex, you are my new uncle, Uncle Bruce. I want to rock. Thank you for what you're doing. You're the best. Thank you, Alex, so much. All of you who are here, thank you, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Koala Control became a YouTube member. We got another one. Thank you, guys, very much. I love you and appreciate you. And welcome to the group. Welcome to the party, pal. This is good stuff. The group is getting larger and more powerful. David, if the UWMC SPAC is below 10, isn't that free money if the deal doesn't go through? What's the downside? That's right. Any SPAC that doesn't go through, and if they can't do a deal in the first 2 years of listing, you get your $10 back. So yeah, you're now not risking 98 cents. Exactly. You're now buying the stock and not risking any money. You're actually going to make 98 cents if they screw it up. Yeah, that's true. If they do an announcement and it works out, oh, well, then way to go. You'll make even more. But that's how it's going. Exactly right. 201.69, 202.62, 202.62 on GameStop, up $1.33 in the aftermarket. During the last hour, it was around 196 to 202. Wouldn't go anywhere. And it wouldn't go down 10%, wouldn't go up at all. It was just kind of being held all around that 200 mark. Not going anywhere. Not going to do it. Not going to nowhere. Poutine matters. That's right, D. Gray. Poutine is what it's all about. Other YouTubers seem to want to ride Bruce's coattails. Have you noticed? I did a Google search last night. Well, actually, I should rephrase that. I did a YouTube search last night. I was sitting here exhausted, and Jen was saying, you got to go to bed. You got to go to bed. I said, no, there's something I got to do. I got to do one more thing before I shut down my brain here. I got to take a look at YouTube, and I got to do a search for Uncle Bruce and just see what pops up. I'm just curious, what pops up when you do an Uncle Bruce search? And I found all kinds of channels talking about me, all kinds of them. And none of them ever reached out to talk to me. They just talked about me on their own, which you can do. I can talk about anybody else if I want to. It's cool. And there's a whole bunch of people talking about me. Meme Design saying, hey, if you checked your PayPal, and I found it rather interesting that a bunch of folks were talking about me last night. Let me take a look at this one here. What do you think about Lion Electric and their SPAC, NGA, full support of Canadian government, new battery factory, U.S. factory in the works? This is from Philip Johnson. Thank you, Philip Johnson, on PayPal. What do I think about Lion Electric and their SPAC? I've heard about it. I think they're into apparently some kind of a way to recycle batteries without waste, without toxic chemical waste. And I found it unique and interesting, but I'm not sure if they'll ever do enough volume to make a big company out of it, but there's something happening there, I guess. Thank you to Chen-In King for a donation. I need help. I'm not sure why I can't comment. I need help. Haha. Thank you for the donation, though, to get that comment this way. Thank you to Brown Trade for donation. Hey, Bruce, we sold a GameStop Ape Rocket T-shirt and mug yesterday. We made a total profit of $1, so it only makes sense to buy another shout-out. memdesigns.com, code Uncle Bruce at checkout for 25% off. As long as they're not selling my design, I don't have a problem with it. But when people are selling my design, I do have a problem with it. But thanks, guys. Good luck to you on selling your designs on Redbubble. There you go. And let's see if we can do that. Hang on. Where am I? Rock and roll. There we go. We'll do this. I gotta make a couple of adjustments to get that fit in. There you go. There's your shout out. I'm not calling for shout outs today, but I saw a couple, so I'll figure what the hey. Alrighty. Any other PayPals have come in here? Am I missing anything else? Okay, there we go. I think we're up to speed. Some people are having trouble becoming members of the channel. Again, to become a member of the channel, you might need to go to a Windows platform. So if you're on your phone and you can't become a sponsor member or a member of this channel, you might need to set your phone to a Windows setting and then do it, or go to a laptop. You'll find the join button down here beside the subscribe button, and then you can join, and then you're good to go. That could be the issue. I don't actually know. Okay. Never a dull moment here. Alrighty, guys. Thank you. Matthew Reynolds, thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. Very good. Okay. What else? Yeah. So anyway, I did a YouTube search for me, Uncle Bruce, and I found a bunch of channels are talking about me, and some are comparing me to other YouTube channels. And some are just, making, are having fun with my imagery and putting music to my imagery, and I'm getting promoted, I guess, I suppose. I'm not sure if it's all good, but I guess that what happens when you kind of catch a bit of a wave. Again, I'm not a big channel. 104,000 subscribers is not a big deal in the YouTube universe. To me, it's huge. I mean, my other channel is 64,000 subscribers. This one's 104. This is the big one, of course. And the fact that Josh and many others like you are joining me as members, it's reaffirming that I'm doing it right for many of you by limiting the chat to members only and keeping away all the hate messages that have been coming in. And I'm happy to do it, and I'm hoping you're enjoying what I provide you. And Bree Johnson, new member, welcome. I think it's fantastic. Corey, all ink is good ink, Bruce. I have been doing appearances on other channels. I did one yesterday on, what was it called, Real Talk or something like that. I had a guy interview me who's a movie buff, and we talked about stock, and he was I think we were on for about 20 minutes or something like that. So you might find that interview on me. Just look up Uncle Bruce on Google search. Very low volume recently on GameStop. Thoughts? I've been talking about this days in, days out. We're not sure. We don't have an exact handle on why. It's a fact. No such thing as bad press. You rock, Bruce. Ashley, thank you. Thank you very much. End of 2021. Time Magazine portraits Uncle Bruce. They're going to cover him. 20-1 likes, unlikes, unheard of, Bruce. Bruce, I only watch you and Kamra on YouTube. Jacob is here as a new subscriber, member. Thank you. And also Darren Clark, welcome, buddy. Thanks all of you for coming in here. Michael Thrower, I like all the channels, and you have great info. Thank you, guys. Trolls are 100% counterproductive. I agree with that. It just absolutely is a waste of time. Thank you for the thumbs up, Spence. Diamond-handed Ape Tart not liking someone because of a difference of opinion is just stupid. And stupid is as stupid does. I tell you, you can't talk to these people. You can't reason with them. They're off on the rails. They're gone. I mean, if I did that, I probably wouldn't like anyone laugh out loud. Time Magazine, how about that? Yeah, okay. 201.40 on the stock right now, up only or down 35 cents right now. Not much going on the shares of GameStop here at the end. Rupert, Bruce, I grabbed 100 VGAC at 1051. Do you recommend writing a covered call? Not now, not down here. You don't want to do that. Wait until after the merger. Wait until after the merger. Stock markets with Bruce. I think I saw one. The British dude has no idea what he's talking about, just needs to see graphs. He doesn't know how to read. There have been people out there who are just they jump on something I've done or not done, and then they stop reviewing my channel. They find a flaw they think is good enough, and then they just go, "That's there you are." That's all you need to know about this guy. He's a clown. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's been out of the business forever, if he was ever in the business, and on. I mean, it's just slamming and slamming and slamming. And then, oh, these guys are great. This guy's great. That guy's great. These are great. These are great. But this guy here, he's a clown. So, I get it all the time. It's part of the business. This is part of the trade. But like they say, if they didn't know who you were, then you're a non-factor. So you must be a factor because they know who you are. Maybe that's it. Todd Bond, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. I salute you and all of you out there who have become members of this channel the last 3 days. Thank you very much. We're going to be adding more emojis. We added emojis yesterday. We got more coming in the next few days. Keep your eye open for the emoji department as we have a lot of work to do on that front. We're also working on more short videos, so keep your eyes open on that. Thank you for those of you who watched the latest video I did yesterday about SPACs. I know some of you let me know you liked it very much. Mark Crabtree, thank you, Mark. If GMG were to release 10 million more shares, would they go to the brokers, to the hedge funds first, or straight into the market? And what do you think that would do to the share price either way? Would we be back to square one? Well, if they issue 10 million shares at 200, that's $2 billion of cash into GameStop's treasury. $2 billion bucks. That would only have 80 million shares out with $2 billion in cash. That would put the company at about, what would that be? About $25 a share cash value right there. That's for every share now, there's $25. If they did another 10 million at $300 a share down the road, that's 3 billion more. Now you got 90 million out with 5 billion cash in the bank. You're worth $45 to $50 a share net value. It goes to 400 a share and you issue another 10 million shares. That's $4 billion. Now you've raised $9 billion. You got 100 million shares out. You're worth $90 a share cash. The shares will never go to 50 again. They'll never go under 100. I mean, the stock will trade at a much higher level than its cash value. Of course, every time they do that, you would get richer and the market would go higher because the public will go and the outside market will go, oh, wow, these guys are raising cash here like Elon Musk was raising cash. He issued stock, raised money, went higher. Issued stock, got more money, went higher. Issued stock from $250 a share to $4,500 a share pre-split. Unbelievable. If these guys pull this thing off, that would be smart. That would be better for all of you guys. All of you shareholders would have to be, you'll be really happy with how solid the stock becomes because you're not going to get these $100 swings anymore because the company is building a cash value, let alone a value of its business. And of course, these billions coming in free the company up to make all kinds of deals, all kinds of amalgamations, all kinds of new directions. This transforms GameStop into a really, really active company, and announcements weekly. They're not going to stay. The stock's not going to stay down here. There's no way. Can you tell us about the indicators you believe are worth their salt? What's best for showcasing momentum or volatility? I'm new, so I don't know if you can legally tell us this, or I don't want to push it. Volume is one big one. When a stock is at higher levels than it's been before, which is kind of where we are here. I mean, historically, you go back past December, this stock was never at 200 a share. In the last 20 years, it hasn't been at 200 a share ever. It's at 200 a share. We're getting bored with it. We're bored that it's at 200 a share. It would be nicer if it were 348 where it was a week ago. Yes, it would be nicer. But nonetheless, here it is, kind of hanging around pretty solidly. That's an indicator. Volume and price and stability of the price. And as we go forward here, if they are coming out Tuesday with their financials and their game plan with that conference call, the kind of news they could be dropping on us could make this look pretty cheap, but it might not. And so you got to be prepared for anything. You got to just go. If this drops, I'm buying it. And if it goes up, I'm holding it. That's got to be your philosophy to be a successful shareholder of this company. You just got to weather through every day, every week, and not let anything get to you. But those are the indicators: volume, price movement. They talk about like the 200-day moving average, the 50-day moving average. That's a graph that sort of trails the movement of the stock, and sometimes technically it trades over its $200 average, 200-day moving average, or it's under its 200-day moving average. Those are technical indicators of strength or weakness, depending on the analyst you're talking to. There's many, many, many indicators. I can't get them into all here. David Rowland, if you organize a cruise, can we still talk stocks on the trip? If you can find me, yeah, you can track me down. But I might be in the steam room, and it's going to be pretty hot in there, and you might only last 30 seconds and not be able to ask me very many questions, because I can hang out in the steam room for quite some time. I love the steam room on a cruise ship. I love all the steam rooms out there. I love getting all loosened up and just relaxed. We have a new member here, Gore Det Selv Med Captigen. Say that quickly 5 times in a row, and you're a winner. Oh my gosh, thank you for coming on. Chris, tell prospective members using iPhones to open YouTube in Safari. Navigate to your live stream, enable desktop mode in the top right settings, and then they become members. They can become members from there. It's not Windows mode. Well, now you'll see. See how inept I am? Here it is again. Chris, thank you for this. Tell prospective members using iPhones to open YouTube in Safari, navigate to the live stream, enable desktop mode in the top right settings, and then they can become members of your channel, and it's not in my Windows mode. Thank you, Chris, for this. I mean, Chris is paying to tell us this. Folks, take him seriously. Join today because of Chris's help. I appreciate that very, very much. That's awesome. Jacob, at one point last year, GameStop was trading at $2.50 when the cash value per share was over $4. High cash value isn't a guarantee of shorts. Well, Jacob, and you have a $4 cash value and you're shorted 70 million against you, yeah, I guess so. But if you've got a $90 cash value, or 80 or 110 by raising billions, it's a whole different ballgame. Because when they were worth 4, they were worth $200-something million. Trading at 6 a share, they were worth $420 million market cap. Today, it's 11 billion market cap. At 500, it's a lot more. It's 35 billion plus stock outstanding. It could be 40 billion market cap with 5 or 8 or 10 billion in the bank. I think we'll trade higher than the cash value at that point. That's just, again, though, that's just me. I could be wrong. This message right here is gold. Gold, everybody. If you want to become a member of this channel and you want to get advance warnings on any stock tips that I bring out with the private messaging I'll be doing and private videos for members only, you can become a member of the Chillin with Uncle Bruce Club by using your phone and going into YouTube, go open YouTube in the Safari mode, navigate to my live stream, enable desktop mode in the top right setting, and then you can become a member of this channel. A lot of you have been asking me, how do I can't become a member. I don't know how to do this. It won't let me. It won't let me. Here it is. Thank you, Chris, for all of you who've been helping out. Very, very appreciative of all this. This is great. Jakob, makes sense. Thanks, Bruce. Thanks, buddy. Yep, we will see how things are going. What are we doing right now in the stock? $200 a share. Nothing going on in GameStop. Over on AMC aftermarket, is anything happening right now? $14.09, up 9 cents. Closed at $14. Not a lot going on aftermarket there either. We'll see what's going on. Every day, one day at a time, one trade at a time. We just have to keep going forward, see what's going on. I don't know. Virgin Group, VGAC, 1060, up 7 cents in the aftermarket. These SPACs will merge. They will move forward. Thank you to, we got Madeline here. Madeline Beck, hey, thanks for becoming a member. Did you use Tom's instructions? You can now use the emojis. You can now comment on this show, and every time I do a stock upgrade, a stock pick recommendation like that, you're going to be one of the members to find out. You'll be ahead of everybody else. Just the members get notified first. Gives you a head start on the market. Right on. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate you coming here. T-Bone is saying, hey, Chris, that was pretty cool, man. Thanks for sharing that info about how to get people to become members using their phones if they're having problems becoming members. People are welcoming you. This is good stuff. Cav, a diamond-handed ape tart. Well, last time I don't think they were ready to hit 500 such a few days. I really wanted to believe this time they're ready for it. I would like to say that's true. Anyone like the $40 June calls on GameStop? Yeah, I wish I had some of those. Jeff, Daniel, Jan 12, 7 million volume, January 13, 144 million, and double the price. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about it. Fantastic. Madeline, I couldn't figure it out, guys. I couldn't figure out how to become a member of this guy's channel, but now I'm ready. I was so depressed, but I'm in. Welcome, Madeline. Madeline, you're in. You're in with a good bunch of people here, and I'm so glad you were able to figure it out. Fantastic. Eduardo, I hope GameStop pops soon. I want to go after more of those SPACs. Spread out your investments into more SPACs. I get it. That's always a good thing. Cav, just for FYI, if your SPAC drops 10 after the merger, remember you invested in the SPAC for the long game. That's true. That is true. You did invest for the long game, and that's what you should be thinking about. Patricia, YouTube, Google is Android, Apple devices are iOS, so you can't get in to join via iOS. Google wants the payments in their realm. There you go. However that works, fantastic. I have $60 calls for April for GameStop. You're making money. Hopefully you'll make a lot more. Uncle Bruce, have you looked on Redbubble and seen other people selling your stuff? I have, Josh. I've been notified of this, and that's why I keep mentioning any of you guys out there who are trying to help me out with a royalty. I get a royalty every time you buy one of these, but only if you buy this through my channel's link, through my Redbubble link, which is in the channel, should be in the description below. It'll be on the upper page up here on my homepage, the Redbubble link. Please make sure you're buying from Bruce Frummert. That's me. Make sure you're buying it from Bruce Frummert, not some other name out there, because there are imposters who are muscling in on the bagel game. Can you believe it? They're offering bagel shirts like I am, all kinds of bagel. I have all the items. 71 items are available on my Redbubble store, but there are other Redbubble stores who are muscling in on our turf, and I can't stop them. It's unbelievable. Cody, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. I'm so glad you're here too. Joseph, you may already talked about this and I missed it, but read that AMC may be adding more shares. What could this do to the shareholders, positive or negative? They're trying to do, trying to double their float. They're trying to double, not their float, I'm sorry. They're trying to double their authorized numbers of shares that they could offer potentially. And I think they're trying to go from 500 million possible to 1 billion possible. That's what I think they're doing. I think that's on the shareholder, the annual meeting vote. I think the vote they're going to have, their annual meeting vote, it's on the in the minutes for the annual meeting to double. They'll get the votes to do that. They will, and so that means if they need to issue another 300 million shares at $10 a share to get $3 billion, they are allowed to do that. If they want to issue stock at 15 or 20 or whatever they can get for it, they are allowed to issue more than what's out there now. And right, what's out there now is almost 400 million versus 100 million a year ago. So they could dilute their stock more to raise the kind of capital they need to survive the whole thing. Okay. Jamis, thank you. Jeff Bivens, thank you for coming in here. AJ, thank you for joining too. You guys are figuring out how to join this channel through this system of getting into your phone and figuring out how to do it because of Chris's comments. Beef Chumbone is in the house today. I put GameStop, I put Game Mooning in my vision board, so you know it's going to happen. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's going to the moon. It's going to the moon. I mean, it's been done. Clock number 9, Stock Markets with Bruce. Thank you for being here for us. I have learned a lot already in the past couple of weeks. That is what I hope is happening, and I hope it'll continue to happen for many of you as we cover what's going on with the unbelievable movements of the stocks and the markets doing what they're doing, and the stimulus program and unemployment reports and new listings and mergers and acquisitions and just oh wow, unbelievable. It's incredible. Report coming out late tonight. FedEx reports sales topping 20 billion, profit nearly doubles in the middle of a pandemic. Wouldn't that make sense? FedEx making a lot more money in a pandemic? Yeah, I guess so. Nike sales growth slows amid supply issues, but earnings top expectations. Bulletin there. I was talking about these supply issues this morning to you guys. If you were watching my first show, talking about the possibility of the United States economy not firing on all cylinders because of supply issues. That is what's happening. So, hey, thanks for that beef, says Gregory. Thank you also to Alex for becoming a member. This is fantastic. I appreciate that very much. We're good for tomorrow, says Mr. G. Diamond-handed ape-tart Bruce. Rabbit, a great idea, Eduardo. Can't wait for the 23andMe merger. We will hail Bruce in 2 months. I hope that thing just takes off. They've got, I think, a lot of news coming up. I really do. I think there's a lot of news coming up with that 950 million hanging around that treasury. The minute they're listed, they're in business, baby. They're in business. Hey, Bruce, did you get that little plaque yet? That 100,000 YouTube plaque? No, I don't know if I will, because I've been reading into this, and it's up to the discretion of YouTube whether or not you get one. And I don't know what the prerequisites are. I don't know how it works. So we'll be looking into this to see if we can get one of those. I hope we do. B3N became a YouTube member. B3N is here. Welcome, new member to the channel. And you and Alex are the latest two additions. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm just thrilled that people are joining up as members to this channel. Yeah, we'll be. I'm not expecting a plaque like I wasn't expecting by now, but I'm hoping in the next few weeks it'll appear. We'll, as the minute I get it. I mean, I'm telling you. The minute I get it, you're going to see it. I'm not hiding this thing. It's not going in a drawer or anything like that. I will be prominently showing this off. I'm pretty excited. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's write YouTube. Hey, let's write them. Make sure they get you that plaque. Oh, man. What else is going on here? You'll blow through 1 million in no time, Bruce. No need to worry about the 100,000 plaque. Call it. I'll call a guy. I'll call a guy that I know a guy that will call a guy. We'll get you that plaque, buddy. I'm going to Google support and thumbs down those guys if they don't give you that plaque. Okay. You know what we should do? We should probably spend some of our attendees and get them a custom plaque. No, you don't want to do that. I just want one from YouTube. That'll be fine with me. Oh man. I think you need to contact YouTube to get the silver play button. I could be wrong. Waiting for it every day to see it behind you. We have a new member here. Mr. F, Mrs. F, they're here. That's great. Thank you guys. Do you think there'll be more volume tomorrow? I can't help but think so. Yeah, I can't help but I would think there'll be more volume tomorrow. We'll see. I'll be here. We'll watch it. Just no. Yes. What Tesla color do you prefer, Bruce? What? And I was thinking about that. I like the blue one, if it's still available. The red one always looked pretty cool. I really liked they had the blue one out, and they had the chrome covered wheels. That was years ago, and I always liked the look of that. The blue with the really shiny chrome wheels. I don't know if you can still get those because they change their options all the time and their versions. So. And in Canada, they're different than in the U.S. to a slight degree, and so you have to go on the site, check it out. I got to tell you though, I have not had time to look at Teslas on the Tesla website. I have been a little busy with this and everything else I'm dealing with counterfeiters coming in and trying to steal my channel. Make sure if you get one of these, you're buying it from my channel. Stock Markets with Bruce, Traveling with Bruce Frommert. Make sure that's the link you're getting through Redbubble. Please let me know. Please be careful. I cannot help you in any way to make sure that's the way, other than to tell you that there are imposters out there selling my stuff, and it's very disappointing and it's very frustrating, and there's nothing I can do about it, or very little apparently I can do about it. Anyway, more logos are under construction, so hopefully down the road we'll have some more. We'll try to find ways to protect our art. We may actually start listing like designs like this with watermarks to protect it, but we'll see what happens. Again, but the fakers might copy that, so I don't know. I don't know. Hey, when do you plan on mentioning new potential stock picks? That's the thing about stock picks. They could come out at any time. I could do one tonight. I could do one on Monday morning. I could do one on Sunday night. You never know. And so if you're a member of this channel, you will get stock pick alerts direct to you as members. You never know when one comes out. So I will not tell you because I can't tell you. It happens at any time. The good news for me is for me to send out a stock pick alert is as easy as clicking just to direct to you guys. I have a button in YouTube because I have the membership now. I can now get this information to you. So stand by. Make sure you are a member, and you will get info. Right, Bruce? Why do you stop trading? I'm 65. I don't want to trade anymore. I'm 65. I'm retired now. And I am just doing this right here. I'm just doing this. This is all I do. It's all the energy I have. I have no other energy. Bruce, can you submit copyright claims to all those counterfeiters and Redbubble will delete their shop? Nope, can't do it. They will not do it because those folks will say, "Oh, he stole it from me," and I'll say, "Well, they stole it from me because I'm the guy." They don't want to get in the middle of it, and so it's not happening. Colin, Bruce alert by GameStop. Will we ever see the famous rare Brucey comic book collection? Not really. I have a very few. I got a lot of heat from people who didn't want me to do that. They just said, "I'm not here for comic books. I'm here for you to talk about the market." And I might have to do a special video just about the comic books so that I don't upset the masses. And then you can choose to watch it if you want. I might have to do it that way. Well, we'll see. We'll see. What can I say? Yeah, Bruce wants fixed income into his golden years. You can do it. They have timestamps. Not like they've ever made me forward. What's that mean? I didn't think he'd read that one. Papa Gamer, new member. Papa Gamer, how you doing? Thank you for coming in here. This is beautiful. Another member, Papa Gamer. Who's going to mess with this channel with Papa Gamer in the house? I ask you. I mean, really? Come on, man. Yeah. I checked with Redbubble, forwarded you their answer. You have claimed copyright. Well, I'll look into it. If you're forwarding me an email, let me know. I'll look into it. I just don't know. A new channel, Uncle Brucey and the Comics. But how good are you? Dave, the best fixed incomes are donations. That's true. That's true. And memberships and donations are the best. And doing these live one-on-ones are fantastic. And we're booking up again. I think I'm going to be doing 8 one-on-ones this weekend with viewers. So I'm just working nonstop. How long this will last, I don't know. Sooner or later, you might get sick of me, and I'll be broke again. So, who here is prepared to buy GameStop tomorrow morning? We got a new member, Chris Wadby, has become a new member of this channel. Chris, thank you for joining in with everybody. Love that you're here. Love all of you guys who've come in here today. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you, all of you, for joining in. 15. Where are we at now? 201.75. Sorry. 201.75 on the GameStop is where it's at. The volume on the aftermarket, 143,000 so far, and it will trade in the aftermarket until 8 o'clock Eastern, so it's got a ways to go. We're going to be off of the air here in about 17 minutes as we're winding down our show today. And thank you, all of you, for all the support. Thank you, guys. That's right. Sharon, that's a good comment. I see your comment there on Messenger. Thank you. I will look into this later tonight and to see if there's any way to get rid of those counterfeiters. I don't know if I can, but again, if you're picking off any of this product, any of these logo items I have here, the Stock Markets with Bruce logo, any of the Traveling with Bruce stuff, shirts, hoodies, please make sure, if you're supporting me, please make sure you're supporting me through Redbubble and not somebody else, okay? We've had about 7 or 8 orders come in the last hour. Thank you, everybody, for this. Someone just made a very generous purchase on Redbubble, something really cool. one mug like this, one photographic print of Bagels with Bruce, one floor pillow of picture a picture I took from St. Thomas. Oh, that's fantastic. 36 by 36 inch. That's one of my favorite photos of all time. That's an American buyer. I don't know who it is, but someone made a purchase and picked up a number of items on my store. Thank you very much. Very generous of you to make that purchase. That is awesome. And then someone picked up, I think, a photographic print of Bagels with Bruce. Fantastic. And what else have we got here? Somebody bought a mug. This mug right here. Fabulous. And someone picked off on Redbubble a mug like this. And that was purchased in Europe. I was using euros. Fantastic. Then we have another order for a mug, an essential T-shirt of this logo from the United States. Thank you, guys. Fantastic. It doesn't tell me who it is, where it is. It's all confidential between you and them. So you're not going to get any, emails from me pestering you or anything like that. It's all confidential. But you'll probably be contacted by Redbubble. Would you like to buy something else? But make sure if you're buying something from me, it's definitely me. Thank you all. So those orders I see, and they have come through. We have Jay Johnson, new member. Thank you. We have Aaron here as a new member as well. Thank you. And then Joseph, shout out to Jack Mayoff and Michael. Yes, guys. Thank you. Cav, what's a GameStop? I hear everyone talking about them. What's a GameStop? Thank you guys for all the support and coming by and joining in. I don't buy stock. I don't own stock in any company. So if your GameStop goes to the moon, remember who helped you get there. If I helped you in any way, I thank you for donations. I do thank you. Fantastic. We've had some interesting donations here today, including two $100 donations right here before I even came on the air, where we have a new friend here that has come in here, and that was pretty darn cool. I've got to get back to my friend here, the channel called the God Pill. Marcus Ray, thank you, Marcus, again for stepping in here and reaching out to me and sending an email to me, which I'll read later, and we'll see if we can get together. That's fantastic. I appreciate that. I'm glad you made a lot of money on GameStop options. Way to go, man. Way to go. I hope all of you make a lot of money on GameStop, and anyway you're making it. Fantastic. Stock right now 201.75. Sorry, that's where it closed at. Pardon me. 201.95. So it's up 20 cents. Not much going on in the aftermarket in movement. 150 shares. Not much trading either. But that's where it's at. The shares dipped at the end of the day. They were down to about 195, but then they popped up to 201 at the end of the day to have a bit of not much of as much of a loss, I guess. But all day long, the shares were more or less even. And then the last half of the day, they were underwater to close down $8.06 on the day. That is what GameStop did today. Tom, Bruce helped me off the ledge a few times. Did we ever figure out that dude's channel? Yeah, it's called Godspill. Yeah, the Godspill. Is that what it is? I'm sorry. I'll take a look at it here. The God Pill. The God Pill, all one word on YouTube. You'll find the channel. It's a newer channel. It's kind of small, but it's now hosted. That channel is hosted by a gentleman who is an options trader and knows how to trade options, and is talking about the GameStop and AMC all the time about options. There you go. Diamond handed 8 tart. If you do this long enough, you will find you miss more big movers than you get. Just happens. Will always be another just here to be there to take the opportunity and hope your order gets filled. There you go. I would have watched Bruce during the 40 dip. I would have averaged down had you been here a few weeks ago. What a crazy day. We got back over 200 and my Dixie wrecked. Don't know what that means. GameStop is ticking up again just slightly on the monthly and more visible on the weekly and daily. Looks good on the longer than today outlook. Chrome Punisher is in the house. That sounds like that's like a comic book name, isn't it? Chrome Punisher. I love that. Right here, right now, new member. Who's going to mess with this channel if Chrome Punisher is here? I mean, how can anyone possibly think of messing with this channel? That is fantastic. 76,000 shares just changed hands in one transaction at 201.75 on GameStop. I'm still showing 150,000 volume, but my machine could be behind on the volume. I'm showing it now at about 202 on the last trade is what I'm showing right now. Very good, very good. Let's see. I was watching the God Pill. He's very radical thinking, and DGAF. He has a plan and is sticking to it. DGAF. Okay. What else here? Anything you recommend on how to control yourself from making irrational decisions? Take a breath, get up off your chair, walk around a little bit, relax, and then reflect, and just do the best you can. Sometimes taking 10 minutes is the best move you can make. Did anyone from Citadel or friends that works here ever admit that they keep watching on us? I would not think that they would, but you never know. Well, there are people watching me who don't, they don't have to identify themselves, because anyone can watch this show. It's free to watch what I talk about here right now. There are 2,600 people here watching me right now, and not all of them are commenting on this show. So yeah, it's free to watch, and they might be watching what I'm talking about and what I'm thinking about. We have had 2,700 thumbs ups today, and I would appreciate it if you could get us to 3,000 before I get off the air. We're going to be off the air in about 10 minutes, and if you could find a thumbs up that you can give me today. We need less than 300 to get to 3,000, and that would be really cool. We have 136 downs and 2,700 up right now, approximately, and I think we're approaching 2,800. So if you folks can hit that thumbs up button and get me over 2,800, there it is. Now we're over 28. Now we need only less than 200 to make it to 3,000. Please hit the button. I know there's a bit of a delay when I start talking before I see the count come in. So I know a bunch of you already hit the button. You're going, why aren't you seeing it? Why aren't you seeing it? But it's coming. It's coming in. Get us to 3,000 thumbs ups here. That would be really cool. Versus 137 thumbs downs. That would give us more than a 20-to-1 ratio between like and dislike. And that shows YouTube that they are wise to send us viewers. There's 2,900 now. 2,900 now. Fantastic. Keep those. Let's get those final 100 in here. And let's break 3,000 thumbs ups for this telecast. That would be beautiful, guys. Thank you so much. It is so appreciated. Again, everybody, thank you. Oh, another order came in on Redbubble. You found me 2 mugs of these. 2 of these have just been ordered. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Just so you know, I mean, I'm not trying to hustle sales, but I will tell you, if you order 4 mugs, you get like 2 of those and 2 of these, you'll get a discount. You might get 20 or 25% off, which is almost a free mug. You're only paying for 3 and getting 4. Just a heads up. They do offer volume deals, so just so you know. Same on shirts. So if it's, if you and your wife or a couple of buddies of you are getting together and you're thinking about getting some stuff from Stock Markets with Bruce, you can pick up 4 or 5 or 6 items. You'll get volume discounts from Redbubble. They immediately offer them. So keep an eye open for that. Little tidbits. Thank you, everybody. Thomas is saying, I took your advice and bought 1,000 shares each of the 6 SPACs that you've been talking about. Thank you, and thank you. Way to go. Grab them, hold them, and let's see what gives here. Andrew Magna, new. That's another comic book name. Andrew Magna. Andrew Magna. Oh, that's cool. Andrew, thank you for joining us as a member. You're joining some pretty serious company here. Here's Chrome Punisher. You 2 guys, the dynamic duo. That's pretty cool. Thank you, guys. And a lot of you ladies out there have been joining in as members, and I am so happy. And Jennifer's delighted that more women are becoming members of this channel, because it's a polite and a reasonable place to be, as opposed to all the hate and the stupid comments and childish behavior. Thank you. This is great. Wish Rona Wood is here. Another member. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in right at the last end of the show here. We got about 5 minutes to go, and we're getting new members right at the end. absolutely great, you guys. Thank you. Gals, thank you for joining us and becoming members of this channel. Really value your following me. Usually these type of channels have 92 to 93% male watchers and only 7% female. I'm trying to get it to maybe a 3/4, 1/4 ratio. That might be a reach. I don't know if I can get it that far. But if I can find enough people to join in and get the female count up, that really helps this channel's analytics with YouTube as well. Channels that are all male dominated have much lower ad rates, and they have a much lower recommendation rate through YouTube. But channels that have a higher female ratio are really pushed by YouTube because it just covers a lot more viewers. And there's a lot of female viewers that watch YouTube. But to get them to watch a stock market channel, it's easier said than done because sometimes they're very raunchy. And I'm trying to calm it down a bit. And so, ladies, you're more than welcome here. Observe thyself. I'm a girl. Right on. I love it. Bruce, you got to entice those gals. You got to entice those gals. Right on. Hello, ladies. Bruce, my wife's boyfriend says hello, ladies. Ladies like stocks. Right on. Gav, I liked how it only took $10 to scare away the hedge fund interns. Well, you know, we can track them. You see, it's not the amount. It's the mere fact that they're paying to now abuse. We can track them backwards through YouTube. Yeah, that's what holds them off, because now they're leaving a digital footprint right to their computer. And if they're putting up, you know, really nasty content that could really be pursued legally, they can be tracked right down. So that's why they're out of here, I think. I hope. Madeline, I just bought a sweatshirt. Madeline, oh man, that's awesome. Did you buy it through my link? I sure hope you did. I sure hope you bought it through me. I am watching Redbubble sales. Yes, a pullover sweatshirt of Bagels with Bruce has come in from the United States. There you are, Madeline. I got your order. Thank you for finding my authentic my authentic Stock Markets with Bruce Redbubble page. Thank you, Madeline, so much. I got one. You got one. This is great, guys. Thank you so much. You're wonderful. Hey, can I borrow $13.58? I want to buy one of your mugs, man. This is an investment. This isn't a mug. This is an investment. This could be your good luck charm. You drinking your drink out of this, watching my channel, could make your stock go up. I will stop at nothing. Oh, man, Bruce, you are diabolical, Bruce. You're diabolical telling people to buy on Redbubble because it's a good luck charm for their stock. How could you? How could you? Oh, my God. Robbie, lots of women on the internet, they just don't want to be admitted and they don't want to get harassed. Can you blame them? Yeah. Can you blame them? I understand. Sockeye Bomb is here. Yay. Ada B. Women for Bruce and Jen. Yay. Tom Young, laugh out loud. YouTube doesn't know what my identity is. Colin, they have to save their dollars for the FTD costs, the failure to deliver costs. GameStop, like a stale, you know what? Ben's, I'm a cat. I mean, it's still raunchy here. Well, that's true. I'm trying to tone it down. Mom here. Mom, welcome, Mom. Colin, I ain't talking flowers. I identify as an Apache attack helicopter. Don Hammer, can we all chip in and get Bruce an eye exam? He always calls me Don. We love you. Dan, it's Dan Hamner. You know what the problem is, Dan? These are cheap readers. These are just Costco readers. I've had laser surgery on my eyes. So I have excellent vision distance-wise. I can see across the room, across the street, miles away, clear as a bell. But I need the readers, the cheat readers, to get the close in. And the problem is that I've got my computer just a little. I'm always leaning towards my computer to read your comments, and I get lazy, and I'm sitting here and I'm looking at. I can't read your comment like this or like this. You're in no man's land because of the distance. Like I'm holding up my hand and I can't touch my screen on my computer. But if I bring it too close, then all you get is my face, and that's too scary a look that you don't need to have. So I have to lean in. So Dan, when I'm leaning in like this, I can see your name properly. It's all in the eyewears, and you know. It used to be so much easier, Dan. When I was a kid, There was a magic fridge in my house. I just got up every morning and I'd sleep into like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, in the summertime. And I'd go to the kitchen and the fridge would be full of all this food I loved. And I didn't have to do anything. It was incredible. And then I could watch TV and mow the lawn once a week and Dad would be happy. It was great. It was so easy. It was so easy back then. The heat was always on in the winter. The air conditioning was always on in the summer. There was always food in the fridge. We used to buy pop at a place called the Pop Shop. And my dad would tell me, as long as you, when I started to drive, it really was great. He would say to me, you drive the empties to the Pop Shop, I'll give you money to buy more pop. Just take the empties back. They give you money for it, turn it into new product. Or if you buy pop, I'll pay you for it. You can drink all the cola you want, all the stuff you want. Just give me the receipt and I'll pay it. And I thought, is this the coolest dad ever? I mean, my buddies didn't have a dad like that. The fridge was magical. And the food was always really good because my dad liked to eat. I tell you, it's not that easy anymore. I'm just saying, Jar Jar makeup with Uncle Bruce, female demo problem solved. See, now there you go. I gotta get Jen to do a makeup session with me on the air. I could probably attract a lot of female viewers and other viewers as well to the channel, and really build up a new demographic of following. I mean, you think about that, just makeup time with Bruce while he's following the market. I mean, brilliant. Typo, gang. I gotta go. It's been 2 hours. I gotta go. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. I'm getting punchy. $202 on the GameStop. Go to the moon, please. Just whatever you do, just go to the moon. That's all I'm asking. Let's hope for the best on the GameStop. AMC in the aftermarket is $14.01, up a penny. Not much going on. Thank you for being here with me today, following me, subscribing, and becoming members, sending super chats, PayPals, picking up merchandise on the Redbubble store. You guys are fantastic. You're just every YouTuber's dream come true, and I thank you very much. I will keep working my tail off for you as best I can. Keep an eye open for new emojis. Keep your eye open for a new video. There might be a new one tonight. And we'll see you tomorrow, 1 hour before the opening. I'll be here. Let's see what happens on the Witching Day, Friday, March 19th. Oh, man, what's going to happen tomorrow? We'll be here. We'll follow it. We'll see what's going on. In the meantime, take care, everybody. Thank you so much. Much love to all of you as well. Bagel enthusiasts, absolutely. Let's make money tomorrow. Get some rest. Good night. Thank you. Pass out around me, and I'll draw in your face. Oh man, good night. Get a good rest. Thank you guys. Now we get drunk. Ciao, peeps. Big day tomorrow. Good night, Bruce. And we'll see you in the morning, 1 hour before the opening. And let's see what happens. Okay, guys. Bye for now.